insomnia. It's a big one. When you combine obsessive and restrictive behaviors and patterns of interest, you get a problem. I recently just went through probably a pretty big stint of insomnia, and I'm kind of out of it now. I don't know, but I feel like I'm just kind of repairing at this point. This is a topic I've wanted to touch on for a while, but it's a very difficult topic for me to give advice on because I've had somewhat diverse opinions on the topic. It's obviously something that's very dangerous and can lead to like high amounts of stress, and it can make it really hard to heal your body physically, so it results in physical pain, mental pain, anguish, and just a whole bunch of, like I said before, when it's combined with obsessive interests, and it just gets out of hand sometimes. And I've had several ways of dealing with this in the past. The very common and initial thing you should try if you're having problems with insomnia is to increase the amount of physical activity that you do. If your body is tired, it's more likely that your brain will actually decide to shut itself down somewhat and not direct your body to continue. This advice was kind of initially presented to me, and when I first applied it, I didn't really get the results. I don't know, like I'd have one day where it would correct itself and then it would just go right back to normal. Even if I just increase my activity load overall. So that's definitely a good thing you can do, and you should always strive to have a good amount of physical activity in your life. But it's not effective for all cases. So going a little bit past that, something I found, I believe it was at about mid-time last year, I kind of refound meditation. Meditation is something that I've practiced at different points in my life, and I've never been instructed on how to do it. I'm not sure if you could qualify it as meditation, but that's how I choose to communicate it. What I do is I sit just seated with my legs crossed, and I just rest my hands in my lap, and I try to focus on my breathing and cut everything else out. And I try to do this for as long as I can. And there's a couple times in my life doing this that I've achieved a state where I believe I am truly meditating. But I think there's a lot of benefit just to trying to meditate, to calm your mind and just focus on your breathing. It's something that's good to do throughout your life, just to focus on your breathing. And I've also identified another concept that's kind of helped me somewhat recently, that kind of spurred on why I wanted to make this video. And another thing that I can it's not even really a suggestion, it's more of just kind of an observation, is that there's a lot of shame in our society for people who, especially people who are like obsessive and just very much insomniac and spend a lot of time doing that. And it's not a good thing in itself, but I think the way in which you react to that shame and how we alter our behavior, I personally have put too much value on that shame before and taken it a little bit too personally and faulted myself. So that's something I would kind of warn against. So some things there's shame in them anyways, whether or not you should feel it or not. But really doubt when you're about to feel shame because of the words of another. Really doubt that. And if you find truth in that, then you have to accept that. But a lot of the times that assumptions that people have about you and your lifestyle are just going to be well-intentioned but ill-informed. So really try and listen to what you're trying to say from the inside and trust yourself. If you trust yourself and you work towards what's right and you try to do what's right, then I think a lot of the time that you'll have the right answer. But this is something I'm still kind of working towards. Like I said, I'm not too confident giving advice, but those are kind of the 3 things that I've noted as really helping. If you guys have any other questions about this topic, I know it's a very difficult one, and I really just want to send out compassion to those struggling with insomnia. And with that, thank you for watching this video, and take care.